Okay, let's dive straight into this, because we are about to completely shatter a massive illusion today. Almost everything you've been told about modern farming, well, it's kind of a fragile lie. Look at those perfectly straight, endless identical crops we always see. We call it engineering, we call it efficiency. But space data reveals the brutal truth. It's actually a ticking time bomb. Today, in this explainer, we're using satellite data to shatter that illusion and completely rewrite the rules of human survival.
See, modern agriculture worships massive, identical fields. It's supposed to be the gold standard of the 21st century, but really, they are just waiting to shatter. We optimized our farms for tractors, and we kind of forgot about actual survival. By chasing this idea of perfect efficiency, we've accidentally engineered terrifying vulnerability.
Planting just one single thing absolutely everywhere is a failing Band-Aid. Sure, it looks clean, but it's completely unnatural. You are basically building a giant, flashing neon sign for pests that says, all-you-can-eat buffet. One bug finds your massive cornfield and multiplies millions of times over. And how do we stop them? Not with nature. We heavily rely on toxic chemicals just to keep these fragile, artificial systems breathing. It's a desperate losing battle.
Let's move to Section 1, Space View Agriculture Checkup. No more guessing. Because we are officially done with academic guesswork. No more greenhouse theories. We are pulling the raw, unfiltered truth directly from orbit. Researchers use satellites to spy on 65,000 individual fields across 6.5 million hectares in South Africa. This is a massive, real-world stress test. No biased surveys, just undeniable optical data straight from space. The methodology here is incredibly cool and ruthlessly objective. Step 1. Satellites scan the Earth, literally bouncing light off the leaves. Step 2. They measure the exact plant health from orbit. And Step 3. This is the absolute game changer. They spy on the neighbors. We can calculate the exact crop diversity surrounding every single field. So what you get isn't just a regular map. It is an invisible, real-time map of crop life and death. The colors map exactly where crops thrive and where they die. It strips away all the human error and just reveals the brutal mathematics of survival in nature.
Now, down on the ground, the landscape is totally addicted to maize. It swallows up nearly 70% of the land, with sunflowers and soybeans making up most of the rest. But the real secret doesn't lie in those massive blocks of single crops. The explosive truth actually hides at the edges, exactly where these different crops bump into each other.
Which brings us to Section 2, Diversity's Invisible Shield.
Listen, diversity isn't just some warm, fuzzy ecological concept. It is a literal biological force field. If you plant a massive uniform field, insects are just going to feast and multiply without any friction. But mix those crops together, pests get super confused. A bug eating maize suddenly hits a wall of soybeans and, well, starves. The diversity physically breaks the chain reaction of destruction.
And the power of this shield is staggering. Just having different crops planted near each other boosts a plant's survival odds so much. It equals a third of the benefits of installing a multi-million-dollar irrigation system. Think about that for a second. Water is a farmer's most expensive, precious resource. Yet simply mixing seeds gives you 33% of that exact same benefit, completely for free. It is a mind-blowing return on investment. But, okay, here is the massive catch. This invisible shield is highly local. It doesn't work on some grand national scale. It only protects neighbors within a strict 2-kilometer radius. This changes everything. You absolutely cannot fix your farm in isolation. You are deeply tied to your neighbor's choices. Farmers absolutely must coordinate with the farms right next door or they both lose.
Moving to Section 3, the unexpected sunflower. Because just when you think diversity is a flawless magic bullet, nature throws a brutal plot twist. If we blindly embrace diversity without thinking, we will literally destroy our own food supply. The hard data drops an absolute bombshell here. Yes, diversity saves maize. Yes, it saves soybeans. Their survival shoots way up. But it actively hurts sunflowers. It drives their survival odds straight down.
Let that sink in. Diversity actually kills sunflowers. Why? Well, because a diverse environment is a complex environment. Sunflowers aren't usually wiped out by insects. They're attacked by fungal diseases. And those fungi, they actually thrive and spread better in certain mixed crop conditions. This proves we need targeted, ruthless science, not blind green idealism. We have to know exactly what we are planting and why.
Section 4, Minor Flaws in Research.
Now, we don't just blindly worship research in this explainer.
we critique it. And this brilliant satellite study definitely has some blind spots. The mathematical model kind of forces a rigid live or die scenario, and real farming is much messier than that. More importantly, the satellites are totally blind to the massive amounts of chemical sprays farmers are hiding on the ground. Yet remarkably, we still see the mathematical benefits of diversity pushing through all the unknown noise of those toxic pesticides.
Which leads us to Section 5, redefining future farming.
Despite those minor flaws, the satellite truth is completely undeniable. The era of the endless, identical megafarm is ending. It is just too fragile. It requires way too much chemical life support. The ultimate future of farming isn't about pouring more poison into dead dirt. That's a dead end. The future is hacking nature with its own weapons, using strategic, mathematical diversity to boost yields.
The blueprint is literally written right there in the data. We know exactly what to do. The invisible shield is real, and it is just waiting to be activated. We just have to stop fighting a war against nature that we cannot win. The only question left is up to us. Are we brave enough to tear up the old rulebook and redesign the future of human survival?